negative 2, I get x equals negative 18. So now I've got x equals negative 18. And now I'm going to go and solve for, well, I already did that. I solved for the remaining variable. That was right here. So now step 4 says I'm going to plug that answer into one of the original equations. Okay. So I'm going to, I don't know, I'll pick the bottom one. So 5x plus 6y equals negative 6. And then I'm going to plug in 18 right there. Negative 18. So let's see. 5 times negative 18 is negative 90 plus 6y equals negative 6. And then if I add 90 to both sides, I get 6y equals 84. And then if I divide by 6 on either side, I get y equals, let's see, 84 divided by 6. 10, 24, so that would be 14. So my final answer is negative 18 and 14. Okay. All right, let's try out example 3. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to catch up. Okay. So next one is example 3. And that one will be 10x plus 5y equals 30, and 5x minus 3y equals negative 7. Okay, so this is one you can try by yourself if you want, or you can kind of wait for me to help you start it. It's up to you. But we're going to do the exact same thing, except for this time we're going to try to get rid of, let's see, x's or y's. Well, right now if I added the x's together, I'd get 15. And if I added the y's together, I would get positive 2. So that's not going to work. I have to multiply by something. I'm noticing here that 5 is a factor of 10. That means if I multiplied 5 by 2, I could get 10. But remember, 1 has to be negative, so I'm going to multiply the second equation by negative 2, because that will get me to negative 10. So I'm going to first rewrite that top equation. 10x plus 5y equals 30. And then the bottom equation, I'm going to distribute negative 2 to each one, so that's negative 10x, and let's say this times this is positive 6y, and negative 2 times negative 7 is 14. Okay, so if that was my first step, and now I know I did it right because I've got positive 10x and negative 10x. The most common thing that people forget when they're doing this is they only multiply that first thing by that number. They forget to multiply the other ones. They forget to distribute it to everything. So make sure you did that. If I add the x's together, they go away. And if I add 5y plus 6y, I get 11y equals 44. Add those two together. Divide by 11, that means y equals 4. Okay, now this time, instead of knowing my x first, now I know my y first. But it's really the exact same process. I just pick one of the equations at the top to plug it into. I guess I'll pick the top one, so that's 10x plus 5 times 4 equals 30. Probably should have written that out first. 10x plus 5y equals 30. So I just replaced the y with a 4. So that's 10x plus 20 equals 30. And then if I subtract 20 on both sides, I get 10x equals 10. Divide by 10 on both sides, so now I get x equals 1. So So my final answer is 1, 4. All right. One more to go. I picked a difficult one for the last one. 3x plus 4y equals negative 22. If you're exhausted right now, I totally get it. I am also very tired. This has been a long school year, and we are now one problem away from finishing all of the new stuff that there is. So you're really close. You can do it. All right, now I'm looking at this problem and I'm thinking, oh, my whole family is home. Awesome. Hey, guys. I'm in the middle of shooting a video right now. Well, we'll see how crazy this gets, but I'm only one problem away, so we can do this. Okay, so I'm going to decide whether I want to cancel out the x's or the y's. So when I'm looking at this, I think, well, if I'm looking at the x's, I could try to get them both to be 6. I could multiply the 3x maybe by 2. And the negative 2x by 3. And then distribute to both of them. So the 2 goes here, here, and here. And the 3 goes there, there, and there. And then the goal is to get them to be 6. So 2 times 3x is 6x plus 2 times 4y is 8y equals negative 44. And then on the bottom, it would be negative 6x plus 9y equals negative 24. I'm so sorry, you guys are going to hear this now. So 8 plus 9 is 17y. And negative 44 plus negative 24 is negative 68. This is what my life is like all the time. All right. So if you take negative 68 and you divide by 17, you get negative 4. And then I've got to pick one of the top 2 equations to plug that back into. So I think I'll pick the bottom one. So that's negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 8. And then I'll plug in negative 4 for y, so that's negative 2x plus 3 times negative 4 equals negative 8. So that's negative 2x minus 12 equals negative 8. Add 12 to both sides. I get negative 2x equals 4. And then divide by negative 2, so x ends up being negative 2. So my final answer is negative 2, negative 4. So that's as complex as it gets when you have to multiply both equations by a number. Notice this. Notice that it wasn't the same number on both. It's not like I have to multiply everything by 2. I can multiply the top equation by 2, or I can multiply the bottom equation by 3, and they're both, it's okay if they're not the exact same number. So, all right, guys, your homework is twofold. It's only 4 problems, but it's on 2 separate pages. Again, because these take so much work, I'm just going to tell you the answers right away because you can check your work as you go. If you get stuck on either of these, on any of these, and you need my help, just reach out to me. I'll be on call all day tomorrow. If you want to send me a picture of your work so far, I can tell you where you're going wrong. Or I can help out with a video chat if you're absolutely lost, which a lot of kids do, by the way, so you're not the only one if you're confused. Okay, so there's the answers. The homework is page 409, number 11. The answer is 4 and 1.5. And then number 17, which is negative 3.7. And then jumping to page 417, we're going to do number 5 and number 8. The answer to number 5 is negative 2.3, and the answer to number 8 is 2, negative 4. Let me just recheck those answers, make sure. Yeah, totally right. All right, guys, I miss you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.